ladies as well as gentlemen, Papa Boris is going to continue the Shaman run that we started in the last video. That was 2 crushing victories. I don't think... Well, the Druid might have been a Sunday afternoon casual. It's kind of hard to tell. But the Priest definitely seemed like a strong player. I think my deck just outclassed his, to be honest. There was one moment when Holy Nova would have brought him back in the game. That would have stopped my Cult Master from being there and drawing cards, would have stopped my Frostwolf Warlord from being huge. It would have maybe just even won him the game. So there was one moment where he needed to have a card that he didn't have, and I won, but definitely a little bit lucky there. I was also a little bit lucky in the first game because my opponent had a very slow start when I did as well. So I had some luck in this arena, but you know, that means I'm going to have some bad luck later. It all balances out, folks. It all balances out. Iniquity 888, nice hunter name here. Let's see what we got as our extra card. Acolyte of Pain. Well, against hunters, I really don't want to have a slow start. So I'm going to ship back this 5-drop. I'm going to ship back this card drawer. We'll keep this because it takes care of business, no matter how big his stinking hyenas get. And we'll keep this because it holds the fort. So, and also survives multi-shot, which is nice. Alright, well, this isn't the best start. That is for sure. Naked Flame Tongue Totem on turn 2 is not the greatest. So I'm going to do what I've talked about before. This is one of the only times in the game where it is acceptable to coin out and use your hero ability. That is specifically when you are a Shaman and when you have a Flame Tongue Totem in your opening hand. Because you can play the Flame Tongue Totem and have your totem that you made attack. So if my opponent's a good player, he'll realize it's probably what I have. This is actually not the best totem, because when you're buffing a totem's damage, I'd much rather have the extra health than the extra damage here. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and proceed onwards. Play the totem, swing, move on. One thing I learned from playing Hunter is that if a Hunter steady shots you on turn 2, it does not mean he doesn't have turn 2 plays. He might very well have Buzzards and Hyenas. It's just that those are nice to put down kind of all in one go. Deadly Shot, alright. He gets lucky and hits my Flame Tongue Totem. That was a 50-50 chance. This bespeaks a weak hand, actually. Hunter wouldn't take that kind of a risk with a good hand, and he certainly wouldn't take it if he had a multi-shot. I mean, then you can just wait a turn and kill both of them next turn. Unless, of course, he has a multi-shot right here, in which case I will be the world's biggest goofball. But taking a 50-50 chance right there with one of your premium removal cards is definitely a sign of somewhat desperation. Now, on my next turn, I have 3 4-drops I can play. I can actually use this guy to give spell damage +2, but I mean, I don't have any spells, so it's kind of irrelevant. Starting Buzzard, okay, well, we'll see what the follow-up is. I imagine he has another beast. You don't really want to play a naked Starving Buzzard and just have it die, so I imagine he's going to play another beast right here to draw a card. Alright, he's got the classic Buzzard-Hyena combo. This also explains why he was so desperate to take that risk, because if the Flame Tongue Totem were still here, I could kill both of his creatures very easily. As it is, I can only kill one of his creatures. Now, I don't have any removal spells, tragically. I can't play Bloodlust yet, so only one of these creatures is going to die, the other one's going to get to live. So, a good rule of thumb is that you want to kill hyenas. Yes, you can draw some cards with the Buzzard, but the hyena is a much, much, much greater threat. So what we're going to do is, let's see, think very carefully. I could actually play the Cult Master. Kill the hyena, run the totem in, deal a damage, draw a card. Doesn't quite seem right. Doesn't seem right at all. What we're going to do is we're going to kill the hyena. And I think I'm actually going to play the Senjin here. And swing by. So this is protecting my Cobra and my Searing Totem so that if you play something really big right here, the Cobra can just kill it. Notice I put the Senjin Shieldmaster off to the right. This is in case he has Explosive Shot at 5 mana. The Explosive Shot is deal 5 damage to a minion and 2 damage to adjacent minions. I don't want the Senjin Shieldmaster adjacent to both my guys. Alright, he's going to draw a card from the Timberwolf. Oh man, how many beasts did he get? The thing about arenas is you don't expect the person to have too many beasts. But it looks like he's got a lot of beasts. He's got 4 mana left. Okay, he's just going to play that guy. No problem. That is fine. That is justo finio. So he only got he got 2 cards out of the Starving Buzzard. So it was like an Arcane Intellect with a body. No biggie. No biggerooski. There's the Shattered Sun Cleric. If I'd had this last turn, I could have pumped my Searing Totem and killed the Buzzard. A little too late. Anyway, we're not going to mind about that. Let's just go ahead and play the Cult Master. Yeah, this is definitely the play. So, everything, the Cobra and the Searing Totem are definitely going to die, so I want my Senjin Shieldmaster to take the minimum amount of damage. That means, as unfortunate as it... Oh, wait, hang on a minute. I don't think I'm doing this right. The Totem kills the Wolf, the Cobra kills the Grunt. Ah, either way, my Senjin takes 2 damage. Well, we'll do it this way then so that we can actually see what cards we get first. In case it makes a difference. Like, if I get a Lightning Bolt here, I could, you know, use that to kill the Buzzard. If I get a Lightning Bolt here... Wow. Well, alright. I guess, Lightning Bolt and Rock Biter weapons, I got a billion of them, but they're just not coming out to play. My opponent's best plan, obviously, here is multi-shot. It would kill both my creatures, but I drew enough cards off the Cult Master that I kind of came back from the advantage he got with the Buzzard. And hopefully at this point I will have bigger stuff than he does. Another Deadly Shot. Interesting. 50-50 odds. Did not go in his favor this time, so I get a card. That's pretty interesting. He took 2 50-50s. One worked, the other didn't. Ah, Arcane Golem. He's giving me a mana crystal. Oh my god. This is so good. Holy crap. It's good for me. This is why you generally don't want to play this until later in the game. I mean, when your opponent has this many cards, chances are he's going to get some value out of that extra crystal. So that bespeaks, again, of a bad hand on my opponent's part. Well, he's got 4 cards to my, like, umpteen scribillion. What do I need to do here? Well, I think Twilight Drake seems like a natural bet. Then I could actually play the Shadowstone Cleric. Other option would be to play the Ventrico and a Totem. I don't actually want to play the Ventrico yet, though. I mean, I have lots of creatures back here I want to play. So let's go ahead and do the Twilight Drake while it's big. Rule of thumb is don't buff your creatures on your turn, but I want to put a 3/3 body on the board much more than I want to put a totem on, so we're going to pass the turn here. Alright, multi-shot no longer works. Deadly Shot would have a 50-50 chance of killing this. Probably but he's already played 2 of them. How many could he have? So, best answer he's got would be a Silence, and then I could trade the Drake in for whatever he uses to silence it. Either an Owl or Spellbreaker. Wow! On turn 7, spending 3 of your mana? Oh, geez. So here's a classic scenario where I think this person drafted badly. I mean, he might have a bad draw. I might not be giving enough credit, but I think he drafted badly because basically it looks like he drafted a deck where he drafted a lot of cheap stuff to try to quote-unquote be aggressive, and it's just not working here. Because at turn 7, you should really be making bigger plays. Okay, well, let's go ahead and just take it slow. I've got so much card advantage, it's insane. We're going to go ahead and just kill off his stuff. I see no real need to play the Ventrico yet. We're just going to go ahead here, I think, and drop a Gurubashi, Berserker, and a Manatide Totem. Let's put the Manatide over here. So my card advantage here is absolutely insane. He could have a Mind Control tech and steal something, but actually none of the stuff that he could steal, except for maybe the Twilight Drake, is that big of a deal. Looks like he doesn't have that. Alright, well, this game, we're just going to kind of crush him. Ah, Savannah Highmane. Very good card. Now, unlike other quality 6-drops that classes have, this one has a couple of issues. Number 1, it's rare, not common, which is important. Number 2, it's, it doesn't, like, affect the board when it drops. Like, Temple Enforcer for priests gives 3 health. Fire Elemental for shamans deals 3 damage. This doesn't actually do anything when it drops. It does something when it dies, which is very important because it makes it a less good card than you'd expect when you're behind. Anyway, let's go ahead and see if I can win. So, Bluegill Warrior, Bloodlust, this is 5, 7, 9, 9 plus 12 is 21 damage. Can I squeeze any more damage out of there? Well, then he's dead next turn to Lava Burst. We're just going to do this. Yeah, we're just going to do it. Do I want to kill this Highmane? Deal 6 damage. Hunters could potentially actually rush me down with 4 cards and 9 mana. Then again, if I kill it, his Hyenas drop out. You know what? We're actually gonna take it slow here. I have another Bloodlust. So let's just play it a little bit safe. Kill 1 Hyena, charge my guy, and then swing for like 11. So I still have the win next turn. I just stopped him from having like Buzzard, Beast, Beast. He's drawn 2 cards, Beast, Unleash the Hounds, win game. You have to be a little bit careful, and like if it doesn't cost you anything, you might as well not give your opponent any outs. Even still here, like leaving the Hyena is a bit of a risk, because it is a beast. It will be affected by Unleash the Hounds. In theory, there like are combinations of cards and top decks that will just win him the game right here. So I didn't want to like maybe I should have just killed it with my Manatide Totem just to be totally safe, but I figured that was a pretty reasonable shot. Alright, there's Explosive Shot. I imagine he's going to finish off. Okay, so he doesn't have the crazy 22-point damage thing, because he just spent over half his mana doing that. This does mean he is dead next turn, because I can Bloodlust and Lava Burst. Oh, I'm on my favorite map, and I haven't been squashing any vegetables. I've been too busy talking and giving commentary. What the hell, man? Alright. Let's take a sip of good luck water for the next game, because this game is definitely over. Yeah. So this is a really good illustration. I can guess what happened with this guy's draft. He's thinking, okay, I'm a hunter. I'm going to be aggressive. But it's not... It's something I kind of learned the hard way. You don't make aggressive decks by drafting like all cheap creatures. Because what happens then is exactly what you saw in this game. It comes to turn 7, and you don't have anything to play except cheap junk, and it doesn't help you win. You draft aggressive decks by drafting a good amount of cheap creatures, but then also making sure you have a late game and a mid game to follow up with your aggressive plays. The reason for this is that you might think, well, hang on, why don't I just put like nothing but 2 and 3 drops in my deck, or as much as I can, and then I'll be guaranteed to have something to play in the early game. Well, the problem is it actually doesn't take that much to stop an aggressive start. It just takes like your opponent having a couple of creatures himself and some removal. And then your aggressive start is done, you didn't win the game, and it's the mid game and you have nothing good to play. Okay, so let's go ahead and pass back the 5 drops. I'm not going to be greedy anymore. We'll keep the removal, keep this guy. We're using this as removal. He's really bad against Paladins because these 1/1s can just pop out and kill him whenever they feel like it. Probably not going to be coining out the Berserker. I might as well just take it slow. Although we'll see. We'll see what he plays on turn 1, if anything. Maybe I will coin the Berserker out. But I'd like to hold on to the coin, actually, if I can. Ah, Pint-Sized Summoner. Well, I'll coin that out. That seems pretty good to coin out. So put some pressure on my opponent to get rid of this. That's worth spending a coin. So next turn I can play my 2-drop and Lightning Bolt. Something that he might play right here. We'll see. I'm hoping he will play something. That will make it worthwhile. Nope, he just made that thing. Shame. That is a shame. Okay, well, what we're going to do then is cry. We're going to... Yeah, I can't play the Twilight Drake yet. But I can play one of these guys and then not the other one. That's sad. Alright, we're going to play this guy. Don't let Paladins keep creatures around. Let's just kill that thing. Pass turn. Next turn, I could actually play Twilight Drake. He'd be as good as a Yeti. Except that, you know... he can be silenced. Stone Tusk Boar, good answer. Giving it Divine Shield, very nice. Okay, that was a pretty good play. What? Oh god. Oh, I'm a 3-0 and I'm playing a Sunday afternoon casual who didn't kill the Pint-Sized Summoner when he had the chance. Well, let's see. I could play Twilight Drake, but I might have something even better, honestly. I could play Shadowstone Cleric buff this. It's a 3-2. I could run into the boar, become a 3-1, turn on Enrage. I don't know, then I just die anyway. I see what he's doing. Okay, I see what he's doing. Basically, he's counting on me to trigger Enrage against this guy. Then both of these guys are a 1-1, and this guy can just kill them both in a spare time. So what I'm going to do is... trigger my Enrage against that guy. And... oh, man, this is where a taunt would be nice. We're actually going to play Shadowstone Cleric and buff him up so the boar doesn't kill him. Now, I still would have popped the Divine Shield and just killed the Pint-Sized Summoner when you had the chance. But anyway, so now he'd need a little bit of a buff. Oh, I see. He need a little bit of a buff in order to make this guy able to kill my Amani Berserker. Instead, this guy really earns his keep. Holy crap. I mean, he just played a 6-6 for 3 mana. I don't know. I don't know these plays. I think my opponent messed up this early game. He really could be doing a lot better than he is. He went for the combo, which now that I saw that he had that card, I understand. But I still would have just killed the Pint-Sized Summoner and then also tried to kill off the Amani Berserker. Alright, so he doesn't have a Silence, but he does have the Peacekeeper. This is a very important card. You should always be drafting it if you are a Paladin. It's a rare, so you're not likely to see it, but you should always draft it if you get the chance. Another thing you should do if you get the chance is always draw cards first. Let's go ahead and kill this because you don't want to leave creatures alive for paladins. Let's go ahead and kill this guy. Seems fine. We can... I think I'm going to start... Let's see, 6 mana good stuff starts dropping. Okay, we're going to play the Emperor Cobra. Oh, that means I can't do anything else. You know, we're just going to make a totem. Play the Emperor Cobra later. Let's play my Blue Gill Warrior now. And swing for 3. This guy's pretty neutered. But I'm pretty safe against Consecration, which is the most important thing. Actually, reasonably safe against True Silver Champion. You can only kill these 2 things. Alright, where is Earthshock when you need it? This is my second game where I have the Scarlet Crusader coming up and no Earthshock. Wow, he has all these Divine Shields. He should have played the the Epic guy later. Okay, well, what's interesting about Divine Shield on Amani Berserker is that it pops, but then it doesn't actually trigger the Enrage, which is kind of funny. Alright, let's go ahead and just kill this guy the hard way. I don't want to pop this Divine Shield, really, so we'll just swing past. Let's make a totem. I was hoping for a taunt. Well, given that I didn't draw a taunt, we're going to go ahead and heal this up. So that now this guy doesn't actually do much. He can pop his Divine Shield and deal 2 damage, or he can, you know, clean up totems, but it's not actually that impressive. If I draw one of my 2 Bloodlusts, I can probably win. Still safe against Consecration. Still not too safe anymore against True Silver Champion. Blessing of Kings would be pretty good on this guy. Oh my god. This is just like the deck of Divine Shields. Holy crap on a donkey. Okay. Can I win? He's going to pop my totem. My healing totem. Interesting. Not the spell power. I question some of this guy's plays. You really got to pop spell power totems. Those are serious. Okay. I can do... Well, I'm assuming this is Noble Sacrifice. I fish out the Noble Sacrifice with the Drake. Got 6 damage. Plus 6 is 12. Not quite enough. Okay. Well, let's fish out the Noble Sacrifice. In the event that it's not Noble Sacrifice, I guess I'd rather actually pop one of these Divine Shields. Let's pop this one. Oh, wow, it's Noble Sacrifice? That's crazy. Alright, let's do that. Man, I really wish I had a taunt. Well, let's see if we can fish out a taunt totem. Nope. Not a chance. Let's go ahead and go for the Rin here. I'm going to try to race my opponent down. So he's only got 1 card here. He's drawing 1 more. He has... There's really only 2 outs that a Paladin would have. One is Humility, and the other is another Eldor Peacekeeper to drop this guy's attack power back down to 1. If he doesn't have that, I mean, he can kill one of my 3/3s and one of my totems, but, very nice. That will actually allow this guy to pop the Divine Shield and kill my dude. Well, that's also an out. Very nicely played. I could really use a Bloodlust here. Oh no! He's got True Silver Champion. Uh-oh, that's not good. Well, actually, this game is, I'm starting to lose here. I wasn't able to race my opponent out. He just barely got the answers that he needed, and now I'm actually having trouble killing his creatures. I mean, Lava Burst won, but the other is a problem. Okay, well, let's see if we can get... Well, we definitely need to play this. I'm doing that no matter what. 6 damage, man. If I could just deal 6 damage, that'd be so great. Do I play a totem or one of these? Or do I play Lava Burst? Well, this plus Lava Burst will finish that guy off. Yeah, I think we have to do that. The alternative is to play an Emperor Cobra and hope for the best, but I think we have to do this. Oh, man, I'm losing the opportunity to finish my opponent off, but... Yeah, this is worth it. I just want to do this. Lava Burst. Fast turn. Okay, this is definitely bad. My opponent's in top deck mode and I have a big life advantage. However, he can kill the Senjin with True Silver Champion plus Silver Hand Recruit. He's got this guy to mop up my totems. And he's getting more cards off the Cult Master. It's unfortunate. You know, I might have considered actually dropping both of his creatures for 2 more cards and keeping the True Silver Champion. But this is also not a bad play by any means. Alright, well, I've got 2 Chumper Nuggets against his, you know, board of moderate creatures. This could actually be a problem. Damn it, I was so close. I needed a Bloodlust a couple of turns ago, and I might have had a chance. Why is he leaving Spell Power around? You don't leave Spell Power around against Shamans, but I might lose anyway. We'll see. Ancient Mage, that is not the hero Gotham needs. Let's see if we can get a Taunt Totem. Nope! Fuck my life. Okay. This guy, if I play him, I can't play either of the other two, but I can only play one creature. So I guess we'll get lots and lots of spell power here. Pass the turn. Oh my god, this is terrible. He can pretty much mop everything up. Kill totem. This guy kills both totems. And then this guy... Actually, it's a little tricky to deal 5 damage. My guy will get whacked a little bit. Alright, he's going to run that guy in. Draw a card. Pretty good move. And make another reinforcement. Okay. Gatsnock Schneer. Oh, jeez. Nice, actually going to trade off the Cult Master. Well, when you have this much board control, might as well. Lightning Storm would save me here, but I never saw any in the draft. So I got a bit of a problem here. Oh boy. Well, we can play everything in a totem, so let's see if we can get a taunt totem for once. There we go. Yeah, let's just unload. And we'll kill this. So he can kill the totem, kill my acolyte, maybe even kill my cobra, we'll see. I don't even know if anything can save me at this point. Bloodlust doesn't do enough damage. I've already spent my lava burst. Oh my gosh. I'm going to lose against King Mob the Paladin here. I really feel like, yeah, he had good answers, and I just wasn't quite able to race him out. I was actually going to sacrifice this guy against my Cobra. And then just finish it off with the recruit. Fair enough, fair enough. Okay. Well, I guess I'm not out of the woods yet with this lightning bolt. I can finish off the Gadsden Auctioneer. Dark Iron Dwarf, not the greatest card, but we'll definitely kill this. We'll make a totem. I don't want to play Dark Iron Dwarf and just have it die to the tiger. So what I'd like to do is draw another creature and then play Dark Iron Dwarf. Uh-oh, that's a pretty good card. That is a pretty good card. Is he going to leave my totem alive? Interesting choice. Well, buys me a bit of time. Fire Elemental. I have that in my deck. I totally forgot. Well, shoot. Fire Elemental dies to both of these creatures, sadly. Crap. Well, I think this is a no-brainer. Now, I don't want any more healing totems. So let's make a totem first. Hope and get a Taunter. Yes, that's great. We can then kill his 5/2. Okay, so you can use his recruits to kill my totem, then use the tiger to do either killing on the Dark Iron Dwarf or hitting me. Probably needs to kill the dwarf. Oh, geez, that's not good. That is the opposite of good. That is, in fact, bad. Uh-oh. Yeah, this is looking worse and worse by the second. The Paladin hero ability is just very, very strong here. I can't burn my opponent out. Cult Master doesn't do it. He's got 5. Well, I can kill that with the Elemental. 2, 4, 7, 8 damage. Alright, we'll play this out. Just to kind of see what happens. But, it's definitely not looking good. Oh, man. He had just enough cards. He had the, Blessing of Kings and the True Silver Champion in the same hand. And that allowed him to kill my Ventricle Mercenary and win the game. Well, sometimes that happens. You just lose because your opponent has the right cards at the right time. I feel like if I played like a best of 10 against this guy, I'd crush him more often than not. This time it just sort of panned out badly. That is the game, however. Well, okay. Technically, something wacky might happen. Let's kill the Healing Totem, draw a card. Fossil Warlord. 2, 6. Yeah, he's got the kill. Now let's just play this. Maybe he'll forget to look for the win. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? The odds are small, but, you know, they're non-zero. So we might as well take them. Ah, it doesn't look good for me. Oh boy, I think he sees it. Alright, good game, Mr. King Mob. Well played. That was a well-played game. I'll have to look that over. I mean, I feel like I had a way better deck. Yes, something must have gone wrong somewhere. We'll see. I felt really safe and in control the whole time, but he just kept, like, tickling out these little answers here and there, and then all of a sudden, I couldn't kill his mediocre creatures. Yeah, I have to look at that game footage and see where I could have played a little bit better. Well, anyway, 3-1 should be pretty good. God, he made some play in that game where I was like, really? Oh yeah, that was the game where he like put the Divine Shield on his board, then didn't kill my Pint Size. Then he played that 6-6 who just died. Oh man, I was on top of the world. Okay. Who's this? Another Paladin? Lava Burst, honestly, it's a bit early for that. Really, these are just not my favorite cards to see early in the game. Let's ship them back. There we go. Pint Size Summoner. Well, let's hope we draw some creatures to go with that. Otherwise, this could be a little awkward. Raging Worgen. Actually, the Pint Size Summoner doesn't really work with this, because it'll cost 2 mana and I'll have 1 useless mana left over. But anyway, I can't complain. If my Pint Size Summoner lives, I'll be happy. Alright, we'll play this. So next turn I can Raging Worgen and Earth Shock, you know, if that helps. He might play like a Scarlet Crusader. Nope, not a chance. So notice what he's doing. He's playing this and wasting the hero ability just to have a chance at killing my Pint Size Summoner. So this tells me he has no actual removal. Therefore, we're going to change our plans a little bit. Play Bluegill Warrior. Swing, take care of business. Swing, make a totem. Now, I could have made a totem first, even if it was a spell power, then Earthshock would have killed it, but that would have been all my mana for the turn. And I would actually rather hold on to the Earthshock for something more important. So, Paladins might have an answer here, because 4 mana, with the coin, obviously, could give him True Silver Champion or Hammer of Wrath. This shows he didn't have either of those things, which is cool. Now I have options here. I could, of course, play the Senjin Shield Master to protect my Pint Size, or I could say, you know what, Pint Size, you've done your job. I'm just playing Ventrico Mercenary. Yeah, I think the Pint Size Summoner has done its job here. We're gonna... You know what? I'm just actually gonna kill this guy. This might seem totally crazy, guys, but if he's got Blessing of Kings, that would actually allow him to kill off my Ventrico. I want to make it as difficult as him for possible to do that. So his only 2 outs are Humility and Aldor Peacekeeper, and if he does have one of those, I'm kind of in a bit of trouble. It'll be really difficult for me to play creatures, and it'll be difficult for me to suicide this thing. Equality. Okay. That is another answer. But this is an answer that takes a little bit of time. This guy needs a turn to kill into my guy. Luckily for him, I can't play Senjin because it's expensive. Okay, so what we're going to do is the following. First, let's see if I can win. This gives me 7 plus 6, 13 damage. Okay, well, let's see if we get lucky and flip a taunt. Nope. I'm going to do something a little bit crazy. I'm actually going to Earth Shock this guy. He's making rather desperate plays, which suggests to me that he doesn't have any actual removal. So if he has a Consecration here, okay, he kills my guys. Fine. And then I can play my creatures again. But if he doesn't have the answer for this... Stormpike Commander. Good answer, sir. Good answer. Then I could have kept on trucking. Okay. Fire Elemental is a really good card right here. I could also freeze this. But no, let's just play the Fire Elemental. It hits harder. Next turn, let's assume nothing happens. I have 7 plus 9 is 16 damage. Not quite enough to kill. He has his own Frost Elemental. Well played, sir. I see your Frost Elemental, and I raise you a Frost Elemental. Okay, now I'm definitely winning next turn if he allows me to Bloodlust. 11, 12, plus 12, 24 damage. Got a bit of a buffer, even. If he kills one of my totems, 11 plus 9, yep, still enough to kill. So he's a bit of trouble here, for sure. I cannot play Bloodlust and Dark Iron Dwarf. I'm 1 mana short, but at the moment I don't need to. He'd better have some Outdoor Peacekeepers or Taunts or something or other in order to get back in this game. Ooh, alright. Well, he killed my totems, but he didn't kill my big guys. Is this enough? 11 plus 6? 17. I would need the Dark Iron Dwarf. I'm 1 mana short. Blessing of Wisdom. I love when people play that on your creatures. Usually a bit of a desperation play. Okay. So I'm obviously not going to, like, not attack because he played that on me. Can I really not win? Yep, I'm 1 mana short of Dark Iron Dwarf plus Bloodlust. So what we're going to do is play Senjin Shield Master. Let's just make a Worgen. He can have his... Well, do I want to give him a card? I might actually not attack with this. We'll think about this. If the best he had was the Avenging Wrath and Blessing of Wisdom, he's not got good answers in his hand. 8 mana is not really going to change that. He can't kill any of my creatures because this is in the way. If he had a silence, he wouldn't have used it. There was no reason to silence these. Although he actually would have... If he had a silence, he would have used it because he could have then used Frost Elemental. He could have silenced it and then attacked with it. So I'm not going to give him a card. I've got the kill with room to spare between the Dark Iron Dwarf and the Bloodlust. He'd have to take out 3 of my creatures, / drop a taunt in the way in order to stop the death. So yeah, I'll let him get away with the Blessing of Wisdom not giving me a card, but that's because I just don't think it's good to give your opponent any more outs than you need to. D-cost 9393. What a weird name. Alright, what has he got here? Oh, that's totally irrelevant. That is beyond irrelevant. Oh my god, does he have the Defender of Argus? That would actually make it worthwhile. Blessing of Kings. No, that's not helpful. Okay, well, that is in fact well played. I don't even... Oh, this is sad. I don't even need Bloodlust. Oh man. I had all this great plan, and I didn't even need it. Polite Man, he's giving me a well played. That was a good game. Just drop big creatures and win. This is why when you play quote-unquote aggressive decks, you still need to put an end game into them. You just play big creatures and you win. Alright, we're up to 4-1. Very solid victories, very hard-fought loss. Feel very strong about this deck. Ooh, with that daily quest of exactly 2,000 gold, that's kind of cool. That means if I make it to 7, even after paying my next arena's entry fee, I will be up above 2,000. That's kind of cool. Mages, Cersei. I've played against this person before. Can't remember if he's good. I'm inclined to think this is a strong player. Do I keep 2 lightning bolts? Well, I'll definitely keep 2 of them, but not the lava burst. That's a little early. Okay, so I have a pint-sized summoner with nothing to actually bring out with it. Of course, my opponent doesn't know that. That said, I don't see any reason to use the coin unless I drop a creature that I'd really want to pint-size out. Yeah, or there's no reason to spend a coin here. We're just going to pass the turn. We'll play the pint-size on turn 2. If he trades with his drop, he'll trade with his drop. That's fine. Ah, River Croco, let's go. Well, that just straight up kills the pint-size summoner. But now that we have umpteen bajillion lightning bolts, let's use one here. Do I want to use the coin to make a pint-size? I'm basically in top deck mode. If I don't draw something that is a creature that's 4 mana or less, the pint size is worthless. But if I do drop a 4 mana creature and I haven't done this, well, I can still use the coin next turn. You know what? We'll just do this. We'll do this to bait my opponent's removal. It's likely that my opponent will do anything to kill this pint size summoner, so we'll go for it. Actually, it would need to be a 3 mana creature or less because of the overload. So does he have the Frost Bolt? Oh my gosh, he doesn't. He's going to work it down. Alright. Well, that's fine. Let's see if I get a good creature. Oh my god, I actually did. Cannot complain about this. So my opponent would need to top deck a Frostbolt. He clearly doesn't have Frostbolt or else he would have played it. So if this isn't a Frostbolt, he doesn't have Frostbolt. He is on 4 mana, so he could have Polymorphs now or Fireballs, but Fireballing, it's a 4 mana removal spell that he used on a 3 mana creature. I am comically, even with the pine size, 1 mana short of being able to play my big dudes, which is heartbreaking. Healing Totem would be very lucky here. I actually got it. Well, you know what? I'm due a bit of luck. There was all those times where I wanted a taunt totem and didn't get it, so here we go. Got my Healing Totem. So now the Mage's hero ability can't finish off this pine size. If it lives, it would take a miracle for the Mage at 5 mana to have no answer for this. But if it does live, I can drop something huge. Well, that could, of course, be Mirror Entity. The dilemma is, if it's Mirror Entity, and I play one of these creatures, he'll get a copy of it, which would be really sad. However, if I attack with the Pine-Sized Summoner to check, is it maybe Ice Armor or Vaporized to be sure? If it is Vaporized, the Pine-Sized Summoner will die and I'll lose my bonus. Okay. Well, shucks. I really don't want to play Frost Elemental, have a Frost Elemental appear, just kill off my Pint-Sized Summoner. That seems really sad. Alright, I think what we're going to do is we're going to play Cult Master. This is a good way to fish Mirror Entity. It is Mirror Entity, yes! Alright, that's fantastic. So what I could do here is 2 things. I could attack with the Pint-Sized Summoner to keep putting damage on. I don't see any reason, though, to let his Cult Master kill my Cult Master. So I could actually do that and play Lightning Bolt, but I don't want to do that because then at my next turn, when I have 6 mana, I won't actually be able to play these because of the Overload. I will be able to play them if my Pint-Sized Summoner lives, but I don't want to keep gambling for that. So Pint-Sized Summoner, you've done your duty. Draw me a card and kill that Cult Master. Rockbiter Weapon. Okay, that actually would have been good. I could have killed it without Overload. Anyway, we'll get into the totem, build up our totem collection. Taunt, very nice to have. It protects my Cult Master, which could be relevant. And yeah, we're passing the turn. So we're feeling pretty good here. Flame Strike is what you always have to worry about when you're up against Mage. We'll kill everything, but these 2 totems are freebies. The Cult Master did its job. It already drew a card. And these guys survive Flame Strike. Alright, Polymorphing. So he's again spending a 4-mana removal spell on a 4-mana creature. Spend his whole turn killing a 4-mana creature. I really can't complain about that. Okay, well now let's go ahead and just drop the Frost Elemental. The Fire Elemental is a battle cry I would more rather waste than the Frost Elementals. I'd rather, you know, hold out the 3 damage to maybe kill a creature with it than to hold out the freezing, you know, if that makes any sense. So Flame Strike will kill my totems, but this will survive by 1 hit point, and then he doesn't have the mana to Fire Blast it to death, so that's good. Sunwalker. Ah, man, where's Earthshock when you need it? Ah, Jesus. Okay, well, shucks. I could play Fire Elemental, pop Divine Shield, swing the Frost Elemental, kill it, have 1 health remaining, die next turn. That's a possibility. Another possibility is Rockbiter Weapon on a, let's say, probably a Taunt Totem. Swing in, pop Divine Shield that way. Then I actually need more removal. I need like a Lava Burst that. I don't want to like 2 for 1. Yeah, we're just gonna do it this way. We're gonna do this. Pop Divine Shield. Swing. Actually, my Healing Totem heals me back up. Oh yeah, overpowered Healing Totem. Woo! Pass turn. So now Flame Strike would kill everything except for the Fire Elemental. He's still 1 mana short of being able to finish off the Fire Elemental with his hero ability. Next turn, I have to worry about these guys both dying. Whew, good thing I have this Taunt Totem. Nope, I have Taunt Totem. Oh, you can see. I love how it signals. I just love how it signals where your opponent goes. Because, nope, this Taunt Totem's still here, buddy. You better have a Frostbolt for it. If yous be wanting to kill my... Oh, no, he's just gonna suck it up. Where's Earthshock when you need it? Earthshock, Earthshock, I need you now. Nope, not a chance. Well, I haven't drawn my card yet. Maybe there's a chance. Let's see. Yeah? Yeah? Nope. Okay, well, let's think if I can actually kill my opponent here. I have a lot of damage. Actually, I might have been able to kill my opponent last turn. Jesus. No, there was a taunter. Okay. 3, 6, 9, 14, plus 11. Oh! 14 plus 11 is 25. I have enough to do that and Totem, so maybe I'll get Spell Power? Nope. Oh my lord. Do I go for it? Do I just freaking go for it? He could Wrath my board next time. No, I can't go for it. Shit. Ah, fuck. Okay, we're gonna trade this guy in for the Divine Shield. Overload doesn't really matter too much right now, so I will kill this with Lightning Bolt. Oh my god, I can't believe I was 1 damage short. Everything dies to Flame Strike except for this guy. So basically, he can play Flame Strike and use the hero ability to finish off my Fire Elemental, but then the Ascension Shield Master survives with 1 health. Can I kill him next turn? 3, 6, 11, 14? Nope. Crap. Ah, Frost Elemental. Alright. Well, probably doesn't have Flame Strike. I imagine he would have played Flame Strike if he had it. Ah, secret. Okay. Oh, boy. Flame Tongue Totem. Can I win now? Yeah, Flame Tongue Totem is okay. So this is 3, 4, plus 4 is 8 damage. 8, 11, 14. Well, here's the problem. I mean, this is probably like an Ice Armor or a Vaporize or a Counterspell or a Spellbender. Any one of those. Any one of those totally messes up the plan. So let's go ahead and play the Flame Tongue Totem to see if it's a mirror entity. It is not. Let's see if it's an Ice Armor or a Vaporize. Ah, it's one of those two. Ice Barrier, okay. So it's going to take a little while for me to kill him, still. I still have to really respect Flame Strike. We're going to go ahead and Lava Burst this. Yes, it's, you know, getting rid of some of my burst potential. But I want to make sure that I have 2 creatures with 5 health or more. I just always want to make sure of that fact. So that, if he does top deck a Flame Strike, and then uses hero ability, one of my creatures survives. At this point, if he has Flame Strike and Cone of Cold, after all this stuff dies, these two will end up next to each other. A Cone of Cold will actually be able to finish them both off, and then I'm actually going to be in a lot of trouble. This is the problem with mages. They always have an answer that they could have, which is why I was really frustrated I couldn't kill him that one turn by 1 point of damage. Well, 6 of the mana went into this, which I'm really happy about, because I can obviously just kill that pretty easily. Alright, can I kill him now? Oh no, Mirror Image! Boo! That sucks. That's gonna save him some time. Okay. Well, I am actually gonna play this for sure. Even if it gets Flame Struck, it's still, you know, giving me a card, which is fine. Man, this is really frustrating. Well, I think I'm gonna trade this guy in for his Lord of the Arena. Conga Line brings back my Taunt Totem. I can kill one of these and one of these. Now the problem is Flame Strike will now Wrath me because this will go down to 1 health and then the hero ability can finish me off. I did draw at least a card off this totem, so it was fine. But for a mage to go, you know, almost halfway through the deck and not a Flame Strike is, you know, a little bit curious. Alright, I guess he doesn't have Flame Strike. Well, it's my lucky day. This isn't going to save him unless he has Defender of Argus to follow it up. I don't think he does. He's pointing at just one creature. Ah, Dark Iron Dwarf. Okay, so he's flooding the board with bodies. Okay, I think I can finally beat him here. I think I can finally win. Bloodlust. I was going to do all this careful math, like 3, 6, plus 4 is 10. But yeah, then we can just Bloodlust. Alright. GG. I guess the double Bloodlust hasn't really been bad so far. I've never had them both in my hand or clogging me up or anything. It's a good game. I'm gonna have to look at that video footage and see if I counted correctly, because if I just even missed 1 point of damage somewhere, I could have killed my opponent quite a few turns earlier just by unloading all my Lightning Bolts, Rockbiter Weapon, Lava Burst, and attacking. Let's take a sip of Good Luck Water here. A Little Puppy. I don't know if I've seen that one before. I must have. 5 and 1, pretty good place to be. Druids. Windigo. Interesting name. I'm not that afraid of druids, to be totally honest with you. When I played as a druid, my first 2 arenas, as I mentioned before, my very first ever 2 arenas were druid, and I got to 9 with both. And then ever since then, I just haven't really enjoyed druids that much. There was that one video I posted recently where I got up to a pretty good win rate with the druid, but hasn't been that good. I think his hero ability is sort of a jack-of-all-trades, master-of-none type thing. I think that might be part of the problem. Alright, Fairy Dragon. Oh, that's perfect. So I can't target this with Lightning Bolt, but actually this little piece of crap is paying for himself right here. I get to trade my 2-1 for his 3-2, and that's pretty great. So he coined it out. I also spent his coin, so now for the rest of the game I have the advantage as the first player, because I'm always going to be spending each level of mana first. This is great. He has nothing. He's just poinking me here. Alright, so I have 2 options here. One, I can Cobra. This may inhibit his plays if he has like a really valuable 3-drop. He might not want it to get Cobra'd. The more aggressive play is Raging Worgen. This also inhibits his plays. I think I'm going to play it. Basically, if he plays anything that doesn't... He can't play anything now that deals less than 2 damage, or excuse me, less than 3 damage, because I can just kill it and then attack. So he doesn't really want to let this get enraged, and so that might actually inhibit his plays. Now, if he's got a Wrath, he's got a Wrath. Alright, he's got a Wrath. Fine. That's his whole turn. I'm alright with that. On this turn, I can play Cobra. Or, actually, this I think is even better. Let's start my Totem Collection and play Amani Berserker. I like to get totems up if, you know, all else being equal. It's nice to get some totems. Now, this doesn't really hold up that much against what he might play for 4 mana, but I've got a Lightning Bolt to help me out. Swipe! Ah, alright. He's going to spend a 4 mana removal spell on a 2 mana creature and do nothing else with that. I'm okay with it. Alright, I could play Manatide Totem. Alright, well, we'll play it here. We'll get some card advantage and build up my Totem Collection. I've still got removal, and this is a great play next turn, so that seems fine. Alright, Taunt Totem is of course perfect. It protects my Manatide. If he doesn't have any more direct removal, he's already spent a Swipe and a Wrath, then this will actually get to draw me a couple of cards, at least. Maybe even more. Alright, there's the Booty Bay. So, I could play the Frost Elemental, freeze it. That's one option. I could flip 50-50 for a spell power totem, lightning bolt it. That's another option. If I draw the other type of totem, I'm screwed. Other option, I could actually play the Ancient Mage, get spell power +2, then lightning bolt will actually finish this off. Then next turn, even with overload, I can still play Frost Elemental to freeze what the next thing that he plays is. Yeah, that seems like a pretty good play. Wow, I gotta say, this is the first time I've ever been really impressed by Ancient Mage. That was terrific. And I've got a lot of spell power now. I mean, if he plays a creature, let's say, and I get lucky and flip a spell power totem, I deal 6 damage for 1 mana. That's nuts. So we're just playing it kind of slow and steady here. Let's see what he's got. Starfall, I'm pretty safe. Oh, he's gonna silence it. Boo! Now I still deal 4 damage with my lightning bolts, which is pretty fine. This guy's... oh man, all my stuff is 0 attack. This is rather hilarious. I have no buffs here. Ah, crap. Well, if I could just buff this guy's... if I could just buff him by 1, that would be super. Indeed. Could play the Gurubashi. Yeah, I'm gonna play the Gurubashi, I think. Gonna lightning bolt this guy. We will deal a damage to that, because I'm gonna get healed up for most of it anyway. Pass the turn. So sad that this is silenced, but, you know, that's why silence is good. And that's why people draft it often. This Manatite Totem, by the way, is still useful. If I draw a Bloodlust, it's 3 extra damage. I can also put a Rockbiter weapon on it. Sacrifice it. Twilight Drake. Oh my god, where's my Earthshock when I need it? That would be so great right here. Earthshock kills Twilight Drakes for 1 mana. Wow. Oh, I thought he was hitting my Ancient Mage for a second there for some reason. Okay. Nope, no Earthshock. Sad. How much do I have? Oh, my Taunt Totem with the... maybe I should have put this guy over here so that the Healing Totem had the spell power. That might have been smart. Okay, let's actually go ahead and do the classic play here. Freeze his thing. Kill his thing. Get enraged. Okay. Heal up, which is nice. This guy, by the way, he's not an enraged minion, technically. So healing him up after triggering his ability is just super fantastic. I'm safe from Stallfall, safe from Swipe. Starfire, interesting choice. Does he have a Moonfire to back this up, or a Wrath, maybe? Wrath, so he drew cards for both of his removal spells, so even though he actually played 2 removal spells against 1 creature, it was actually totally fine for him. However, it cost his whole turn. Now, can I actually kill my opponent here? Let's think. Bloodlust, 5, 7, 7 plus 12 is 19 damage. No, not quite. Not even with spell power. Alright, well, I think an easy play is to kill the Twilight Drake. That seems pretty reasonable. Let's actually play this guy and heal up, in addition to the Healing Totem, to put him above Starfall range. Swing. I'm going to play this guy to have an out against Ironbark Protectors that he might drop. And I'll make a totem. So my board's actually full right here, which is bad if I want to play something, but I'm not really good. If I have all these creatures alive at the start of my turn, I'm just going to play Bloodlust and win the game. So either he kills some stuff and I have room for more things, or he leaves everything alive, in which case I win. Starfire, good card, but it's almost all of his mana. This is totally irrelevant. So I think Bloodlust should win. My guys are kind of weak in health, or attack. Let's see. 1, 4, 6, 8, 8 plus 18, 26, and I got the Lightning Bolt. Yep, that is GG. Yes, indeed. Well played. That was a good game against Wendigo the Druid. See, Druid's just not that scary. He had lots of removal, but the removal was expensive. And that's the thing about removal. It doesn't just need to be good, it also needs to be cheap to be really good. So like, when I lost against a mage in my last arena video, the mage had lots of cheap removal. He had like, Cone the Cold, that's cheap, Frostbolt, that's cheap. Lots and lots and lots of stuff that was cheap that was allowing him to get ahead. Alright, well, we're fighting for our 7th win against the very appropriately named Holy Man the Paladin. That's a great name. Bloodlust is too early. Lava Burst is too early. This guy I'll keep around as removal. And I'll see what we get. Alright, well, we got lots of 2-drops. This actually could be justification for playing a wolf first. Then I could play the Bluegill Warrior second and charge in for 3 damage. Might be worth it. We'll see, of course, what he plays. It all kind of depends on that. What's interesting is in this arena, I have 1 loss, and it's against a Paladin. Let's toll the church bell for Mr. Holy Man. It's against a Paladin, and they're not usually a scary classic for me. It's a good card. So, here, I don't really want to trade a 2-drop for a 1-drop. I don't want to let this wolf just die. This guy technically survives. We're going to play it. So, the Paladin could kill this quite easily. He could just play Blessing of Might and swing in. And, you know, end of my guy. Looks like that's what he has. But notice he spent 2 cards to kill 1 card. And I'm A-okay with that. He's going to coin up. Alright, well, this is perfect. So I would say that I won the opening. He spent his coin and 2 cards to kill... Well, first he spent 2 cards to kill 1 card. Then he spent the coin, and I killed the creature that he played with the coin. So notice, as a second player, you start with 2 extra cards, the coin, and 1 more. We're already even. Turn 3 is a slow turn for him. That's fantastic. I get to press the advantage. So I got a couple of ways of doing this. One is I can make a totem and a wolf. Then play Flametongue Totem and start the beats. Another way is to play the Acolyte of Pain, go for card draw. I think I'm actually going to go for the more aggressive plan here. Well, if you get 4 mana, you can get True Silver Champion, just kill my wolf. Then again, you can just get True Silver Champion, kill the Acolyte. I'm even farther behind. Okay, yep, I think this has to be it. Totem, Taunt would be ideal, and that's what I got. That's fantastic. So now if he does have True Silver Champion, he has to attack the Taunt Totem, which of course he doesn't really want to do. So next turn, I can play the Flametongue Totem and actually swing for a pretty respectable 7 damage. And maybe even kill something or other. We'll see. Oh no, I'm sorry. That's not right. Because once I put the Flametongue Totem in the middle here, the buff from the wolf goes away. Anyway, all that's irrelevant because that happened. So let's think here. I can play the Flametongue Totem and trade in the wolf for the Dark Iron Dwarf. This would allow me then to play the Mana Tide Totem, call it a day. Other option would be to flip a totem, 24% chance, 25% chance of getting spell power. Then this will deal 4 damage, kill the wolf. The problem is if it's anything other than spell power, then after I play the Flametongue Totem and trade in, I can't play the Mana Tide. I'd actually rather kill the wolf. It is just, after all, you know, a 2-mana creature. Trade it in for his 4-drop. Seems totally fine. Play Mana Totem, draw a card, be happy with life. So it's paid for itself already. My opponent, of course, could have a Hammer of Wrath or True Silver Champion, but that would be his entire turn. So I'm okay with it. Got a little bit of a weak hand here. This guy's rather large. Earth Shock. Well, now I draw the Earth Shock when it's actually not that useful. Uh-oh. That guy's bigness could be a problem. Twilight Drake is what? Just a Chillwind Yeti 4/5? Well, actually, it's a kind of a 6/5 with the Flametongue Totem, so you'd have to kill the Flametongue Totem first. Yeah, I think we have to do that, unfortunately. I don't see any better plans. Well, let's see if we can flip a Taunt. That would be just amazing. Nope. Okay. Well, yeah. Let's put this down. This thing did draw me a couple of cards, so I'm okay with that. Man, I'm having a hard time against Paladins. Let it be stated for the record. I mean, my draw was a little bit weak, but still. Surprised how much trouble I'm having here. Chooses to get after my card draw, which is a fair decision. Now, he'd really want a Hammer of Wrath or a True Silver Champion here to wipe out my Flametongue Totem. Then he'd be super happy. Oh no, he's going to play Lord of the Arena. Well, that is A-okay by M-O-E. Alright, let's see here. Frost Elemental is tempting. Play Frost Elemental. Freeze this guy. Kill this guy. Trade my Twilight Drake for those. Another option would be to play Ancient Mage. Drop it between my 2 totems. I'd have spell power +2. This would deal 5 damage. Kill that guy. I have 2 mana left. I can even make a totem. Well, that seems great. That seems pretty fantastic. That seems fan-fiddly-tastic. Let's do this thing. We're going to do this here. I got +2 spell power. Steals 5 damage. Wow! I dissed on this guy so hard when I was drafting, and he seems totally fine. I'd be very lucky if I could pull a taunt. 1 in 3 chance. Nope. But I'm going to kill this anyway. So at the moment, I'm actually pretty safe. Consecration would kill my Drake, but my Ancient Mage and my Flame Tongue survive. So that seems totally fine. He's got something better for it. He just top-decked it. Hammer of Wrath, very good spell. But it's a 4-mana spell for a 4-mana creature, and it's over half his mana. So I'd say I'm doing pretty good. I still have my +2 spell power here. So Earthshock is like a lightning bolt that silences. Holy crap, that's great. Can I? It's only minions. Damn it. Okay. Let's see if I can win. 4 plus 5, or 1 is 5. 5 plus 12 is 17. Nope. So I think the play is... Think. I want to flip a totem first, because I actually don't want any more of these. Yep, that's the correct move. I don't want any more of those. Let's get a different one. This is, by the way, a neat trick with Shaman. If there's a particular totem that's about to die, and you're planning to make a totem that turn, ask yourself, do I want that totem or not? If yes, kill it first, then flip. But if you don't want it, flip while you're guaranteed not to get it, and then kill the thing. Then we're going to play Ventricle Mercenary. Let's put it over here, so it's by the Flame Tongue Totem. I'm getting better about this, remembering to put my creatures on the right side. Next turn, obviously, Bloodlust will win me the game, if he lets me attack with this guy. Uh-oh. Okay, he stole the Taunt Totem. All things considered, better that than stealing my Ventrico. I can also kill the Totem pretty easy. This is actually you know what, that was probably the luckiest possible thing for me, because he didn't steal any of my spell power. Okay, so we have kill the Stoneclaw Totem. Bloodlust is 9 plus 4 is 13. 13 plus 12 is 25 damage. No need for anything fancy. Let's just kill that thing. Man, this Ancient Mage was really good. I'm just shocked how good he was. I love his voice acting too. Where am I? Alright, the appropriately named Holy Man the Paladin goes down to the not-so-holy Borissimo the Shaman. Level 17, yay! And we're up to 7 wins, woo! As I've mentioned many times, the gold difference between 7 and 8 is one of the biggest in the arena, so it's nice to have 2 shots at securing that critical 8th victory. Let's see if we can do it. I'm amazed how good Ancient Mage was. Maybe, you know what it is, though? Yeah, in both the games where he was good, I was putting the spell power on Totem, so maybe you just need to evaluate him a little bit higher when you're a Shaman, because you're more likely to have those somewhat durable totems on the board. Alright, Rainbow Dash. I respect Hunters very much, enough so that I'm even going to keep these Lightning Bolts. Do I keep this guy? Sure. This is a good turn 3 play, if I'm not overloaded from casting Lightning Bolts at things. Oh, here we go. I got the Flame Tongue. Yep, we're going to do the play. We're going to make a totem. So if he's a good player, he should know what's up, and he should know not to play anything that this can kill. But he might even have something better. Like, he might be able to play it, have me play it. Like, he knows I'm playing Flame Tongue, so he'll play it, know that I'll put it down, then he'll have, like, a deadly shot to remove it or whatever. But we're committed here. We're committed. Gonna go Flame Tongue Totem. Smack. By the way, this is funny. If my opponent didn't know that that's what was coming, this is one of those things where, like, it only needs to happen to you once for you to learn it for life. If someone coins out a totem on turn 1, it is because they have Flame Tongue coming up. Well, it looks like he might have been planning for that. There's the Eagle Horn Bow there being pretty good. What I'm actually going to do here is drop the Acolyte of Pain. Basically, if he's going to use the bow on this, I'm down with that. I get a card. He loses durability on the weapon. That's totally fine. Looks like he's going to go for it. He has no secrets or anything. That's fantastic. Draw a card. Can't complain. So I've got card advantage here. Quite a lot of it, actually. Pretty happy about that. And a little bit of a tricky situation here. I don't want to play the Dark Iron Dwarf, because you have to give a minion +2 attack. I don't want to give this +2 attack, obviously. If I flip a totem and I get spell power, I can Lightning Bolt kill this, but that's my whole turn. I'd rather put something on the board, but what do I put? This is a bit dangerous. Deals 1 damage. He could have, like, that Hunt Master to buff this up to be a 3/5. Just kill my Cult Master. That'd be sad. Yeah, this is a bit of a hard start for me. This guy's ability would be wasted. This guy's ability I can't use. Ugh. Well, what we're going to do then, I think, is hedge our bets. I'm going to make a totem. And, oh, well, I got spell power. I was going to just play the wolf, but you know what? I think given how bad the situation is, let's just kill that thing. This is also a little bit of like a mind game, because it's like demoralizing for him that I got a 25% odd of flipping spell power. Thing is, I didn't even want to do that. I just wanted to play the wolf after it. My goal was to try to keep one creature alive so I could Dark Iron Dwarf it later. Okay, so my opponent's got to be feeling a little bit unhappy about that turn of events. Let's think carefully what I want to do here. Could play Dark Iron Dwarf, smash us in, but it would still live. I think we'll just take advantage of that spell power totem and play another Lightning Bolt. Yes, it stops me from playing a Fire Elemental next turn, but I am killing his Shiat. And do I want more card advantage, or do I want to just play this wolf down? This uses up all my mana. This puts down a wolf. Good analysis, Boris. Well done. No, maybe I actually want to play this guy to heal my health. Yeah, we'll do this. We'll heal up. I'm wasting 1 point of healing, but it puts the biggest body on the board. It gives the wolf the biggest impact and the Dark Iron Dwarf the biggest potential next turn, so that's what we're going to do it. Now, I can't play Fire Elemental rather tragically, so depending on what he plays here, I might be very sad. Another bow! Wow, 2 bows. Well, that's very fortunate for my opponent. He gets some nice card advantage out of that, and he can also kill my Manatite Totem. Crap. Oh, jeez. See, the problem with the Llama is it, like, is a terrible card, but you never know. Like, maybe, you know, my opponent's going to get something real good. So you kind of have to respect it. I can't, though. I would need to play this and the wolf to give this up to a 3 attack. Don't think there's any way for me to kill this, so we're just going to hope nothing bad happens. I'm going to play the Dark Iron Dwarf. Or do I want to draw a card? It's just gonna die to the bow. That seems silly. Yeah, we'll play the Dark Iron Dwarf. Buff this. No reason to hit this because it's just gonna go away anyway. Just swing. Pass turn. See, this is terrible. This is just horrible. You lose the battle cry. You can't attack. It's got summoning sickness. It's just the worst thing. I hate that Alarm Bot so much. Okay, this guy. Well, I'm glad this came down, like, you know, without the Houndmaster coming in behind it. That would have sucked. He's using up the last bow durability to kill off my totem, which is I'm okay with, I suppose. Steady Shot and 1 mana card. Hunter's Mark. Alright, Hunter's Mark, so it's down to 1. Well, a little bit weird. I mean, I now know that this guy's on borrowed time, so I can kind of act accordingly. Let's think. I could play the Fire Elemental, kill that thing, smack. I figure he's going to do the trade himself. I could alternatively play Cult Master, swing in like this, draw a card for that. But I'm going to... Yeah, I have enough cards. I really don't need more cards. Yeah, we're just going to put the biggest creature we can on the board. So this is... I put something on the board, something of his dies. It's just insanely good. We'll swing at him for 4 damage. So if Bloodlust comes along, I might be able to burst him out. And yeah, you can trade his Beast in, whatever, but I'm okay with that. Wow, another Hunter's Mark. Hunter's Mark... Yeah, not super effective. Oh my god, that's insane. Wow. Well, he made the right play. If you play the Mad Bomber, like I've said many times, and you don't make those types of plays, you're doing it wrong. You have to go for it. I don't know if you draw a card first with Alarm Bot, and then you see if it triggers. Either way, I'm just going to leave this alone. I don't even give a crap about this thing. It's stupid. Let's see here. Can I win? I got 4... 7, 8 damage? Nope, not enough. I have plenty of life, though. I'll let him do the trading. I'm just gonna... Well, am I gonna play the wolf this turn? Let's think. Let's make a totem. 1/1 is not really what I wanted. If I play the Cult Master, I'll probably ride his bomber into it. Let's just play the wolf. Swing for 5. Make an Enraged Worgen. Well, why don't I just make this guy? If he wants to hit that and leave all this alive, I'm fine with it. Let's make a Cult Master to goad my opponent into killing the Mad Bomber. Alright, so I don't know if he draws the card first, and then the Alarm Bot triggers, or if the Alarm Bot triggers first and then you draw the card. Some of the timings in this game are a little bit unclear. Alright, so first he's going to do that. He seems to have a removal spell of some sort. Kill command, okay. Well, it's very desperate to use the kill command in that way. Fine with that. Steady shot, yeah, this he just did not get a good draw on my poor opponent, but this just shows how bad Alarmabot is. Alright, we'll leave this alone. I really don't care if he puts the creature on the board. I'm just culling him down here. Killing him down. Let's, play Twilight Drake. This is a good time to play the Manatide Totem. Make another totem. And, alrighty. Draw a card. Good. So if this is a creature, then we will know that the Alarmabot activates before you draw your card for the turn. Nope, it's a spell. Crap. So we never did learn which triggers first. Yeah. Okay. So I think this guy probably had a good deck. I mean, he had the 2 Eaglehorn bows and quite a bit of removal. He had like a... Was this the game with like the 50-50 deadly shots? No, that was a different game. But he had like 2 kill commands, Hound Master. Yeah, he just didn't get his good cards, I think, in time. So we're up to 8-1. That's great. If we lose a game, then we get to play another game, so y'all get a little bit more value for your Papa Bora's $1. But if we win, then we get up to 9 wins and bragging rights and some cool prizes. Vadeski, alright, good name. No oozes in this deck, but I do have the Frost Elemental, which can freeze the opponent for a critical turn. Let's keep the Earth Shock. People have been playing stuff against me, and I've been wanting to have it. Let's keep the Rockbiter Weapon too. Obviously, early game removal is good. These are not particularly good creatures early on. We'll ship them back. Aha, well, this is just fine. Yeah. So, we'll see what he plays and see what I draw before I make any decisions. Nothing on turn 1. Okay. If I coin out the Pint-Sized Summoner, next turn I can sneak out an early Cobra. That seems just fine. Now, Warriors... I was mistaken in a previous run. Warriors actually have a lot of ways of killing Pint-Sized Summoner. Maybe more than any other class. I mean, you got Fiery War Axe. You have Slam. You have, like, Whirlwind Execute. You have Heroic Charge. There's lots of ways, lots of ways. That is actually a really good card for him, because my Bluegill doesn't kill it, and obviously it works against the Pint Size. If I just play a Cobra here, it sort of sucks, because he'll just kill my Pint Size. So this is the time for the Rockbiter Weapon. And I actually am not going to play this. The reason is, it opens me up to Cleave. I actually think Cleave is a bad card, but a lot of people think it's a good card. So I'm just gonna, you know, not run into it. And, this is the Naked Warsong Commander is a bit risky, but, I mean, he has a lot of potential upside if I don't kill it, so I need to kill it. There's a couple ways I could do it. I could play this guy and Earthshock. Oh, no. I almost missed this play. Holy crap. First you play the Wolf, then you pay this guy for full price, and then he actually takes out that one-on-one. Perfect, okay. Whew, I almost missed that thing. I almost did something really stupid. So Hearthstone is a deceptively complicated game. It's like these little ways of playing the cards correctly. Like, tactically, it's more complicated than it looks. Ah, that's a good card. That's real good. He's choosing to leave my Pint Size alive. Wow. Bold move, sir. I mean, I'm 1 mana away from playing Frost Elemental. That could have been disastrous for him. So I guess he's planning on using the Battle Axe to kill the Pint Size in a moment. I could play the Cult Master, swing in, draw a card, play Earthshock. Ugh, then he just use the Battle Axe to kill the Cult Master. That seems sucky. I could do this and pray to the Holy Lords for a Taunt Totem. Cobra does not die to the Axe, but it does die to this guy, and they trade. Oh, man. You know what? I think this is not a good play, but it's my least bad play. I'm going to play the Cobra, and I'm going to 2-for-1 voluntarily. It's not a good play, by any means. It's not a good at all. But, and I'm massively down cards, but I was just in a bad situation there. I had a good answer to his play, 2 of them, but then he had a really, really good play on turn 4, and the Weaponsmith was just like the perfect thing. A 3-3 body and a 2-2 axe just decimated me in that situation. Well, he's wasting a Shattered Sun Cleric, which suggests that he didn't have any good cards, or everything that he's got is for turn 6. He's going to swing past me, waste the axe hit. Interesting choice. Tragically, I cannot play the Frost Elemental now, but we're going to play the Cult Master. We're going to get a card, kill a creature, try to catch up. Oh, burst. Alright, that might actually kill something pretty big. We'll see. So our health is about equal. 26, 25. I got 4 cards to his 5. He's got the play, so is he going to have a good play, or is he going to have another lame turn like the last turn? His turn 4 was just fantastic. But his other turns were not that good. Oh boy, that's not good. That is the opposite of good. Well, there's really nothing I have that survives that at the moment. Bloodlust, not the best card. We're going to do this. We're going to freeze him. So I might be able to race him out. It's possible. You know, if I swing him at him once, he swings at me again, takes another 5 damage. Lava Burst is here. Bloodlust maybe sneaks in some damage. Maybe. You never know. He has plenty of cards, though, and the play, so let's just see what he does first. No oozes in this deck. I don't think I saw any in the draft, although I've been passing ooze more often than I have, because I've noticed that not many actual people play warriors for some reason. And a lot of times ooze is just a vanilla 3-2. It's kind of sad. Uh-oh, that's not good. That is the opposite of good. Lightning Bolt? Crap. I don't really want to use removal spells on this, and I've already used my Earth Shock for sadness. I could run in, pop Divine Shield, Lava Burst, finish it off. Lightning Bolt and Lava Burst is a total of 8 damage. It's really not enough to burn him out. Crap! Okay, well, we have to do it. We have to do it. Yeah, pop Divine Shield. Lava Burst. Obviously I need to play the Earthen Ring Farseer. Now, the question is, does he have a Whirlwind? If he does, I'll be really sad that I left this Frost Elemental at 1 health, but other than that, the 1 health doesn't make a difference. Cleave would also finish me up. I think we have to take risks here. Although, does 3 health on my character really make that much of a difference? Yeah, it doesn't make a difference. We're just going to heal this. Still dies to Arcanite Reaper. I'm wasting 3 health on myself, but I'm letting... If he kills me with the Arcanite Reaper here, takes 5 damage, goes down to 16. Granted, he's a warrior who gets life back. Actually, this is just terrible. This is a terrible situation. There's just so little that can actually happen that will let me win. It's not even funny. Execute. Okay, well, the healing was wasted. That's great. That's really great. This is a useless card. Man, he had some bad turns this game, and he's got lots of trash that he's playing now. But that Arathi Weaponsmith, when I had the 2 toughness creatures, then like no good follow-up after it, like no removal for it, was so good. It was insane. Bloodlust. Uh-oh, this is what we're talking about, folks. This is what we're talking about. The double Bloodlust here. Nope, it's not going to do it. It's just not going to do it. That's not really great. I think we need to... Fuck. We need to kill the Knife Juggler. This guy's on borrowed time anyway. Let's just kill that. Pass turn. Alright, so he's got 3 cards and a Reaper. I've got 2 cards and a Totem. Little does he know that my 2 cards are totally dead. Just completely, utterly dead. Oh, he even killed us. Like, I could have even Desperado Bloodlusted to maybe kill something, but nope, not a chance. Oh yeah, this looks really bad now. Oh man, I can't even play Dark Iron Dwarf. Yeah, my deck just sort of bit me in the ass here. Oh, actually, I could play Dark Iron Dwarf, I guess, and buff the Totem. It'd be nice to buff an actual creature, though. Uh-oh. He has another one of those. Well, I can see why this warrior made it this far. He had 2 Warsong Commanders, Arcanite Reaper. He's even going to get to do that again. Okay, I think it's... unless I see something really amazing here. Time to concede. Oh, he can actually swing with that guy, because he has charge, that's right. Oh, my lord. Well, it's a good game. Well done, Vadesky, you crushed me. Oh, that was really funny. He had, like, so many bad turns, but there was the one really, really good turn, and that was it. Plus, I had the 2 Bloodlusts, which were useless. So that's the risk, folks. Not that I necessarily regret it, because I did at least make it to 8 wins in this arena, but note, this is why Papa Boris is hesitant to draft 2 Bloodlusts. I think the second one was in like an average pack, so I took it because it was like the risk of having 2 was better than the was worth the potential of. Or sorry, the risk of getting screwed by 2 Bloodlusts was not as bad as the guarantee of putting a bad card in my deck. But there, it kind of bit me. Okay, let's see what we can do here. This is it for like all the marbles, kind of, but not really. Darian, that's a good name. Man, this Pine-Sized Summoner really likes me. She keeps coming up. We will pass the Manatide Totem, actually. Let's actually put creatures down that do stuff, rather than draw cards that do nothing. Alright, we got removal. This is a bit early, but hey, I'll be happy when it comes. And that guy. Alright, so Pine-Sized Summoner not really doing any miracles for me here, because I could play this on turn 3 anyway. But if this lives... I could play this on turn 3 and the Rockbiter weapon. Oh, that's a moot point because he just dropped that. Let's kill it. So 1 mana removal spell for 1 mana card. Totally fine. Little does he know that stopped me from playing a Pint-Sized Summoner, so definitely worth it. See, even those junky 2/1s for 1 are, you know, they have their place. Good order. Okay, I don't want that to die to the Pint-Sized Summoner either, but I think rather than rock biting it, let's just actually put the Acolyte of Pain. It's a pretty good answer to this Loot Hoarder. You know, we each draw a card, but then I will draw another card. Aha! Very good play there by my opponent. So now, we both draw a card, and that's all that happens. Now, because I'm holding this Fire Elemental, I would actually like for this Summoning Portal to survive. So we'll use another Rockbiter weapon to kill off the Raid Leader. And then next turn, if this lived, I get to play Fire Elemental, which could be really cool. Pointing something out, okay. Gadgeon Auctioneer. Well, crazy as this may seem, I'm actually going to do this. I'm going to deal 3 damage and trade in my Pint Size. Pint Size did its job. It let me cheat a 6/5 into play a turn early. Did its job. I'm totally fine with it. I don't want that guy around. Druids have a fair amount of spells they could be casting that are actually quite good. I don't want them drawing cards. Uh-oh, spell power. Swipe will now finish off my guy, but looks like I'm okay for now. Well, I think the play here is the following. Let's kill his spell power, because that is scary. Let's use this Earthen Ring Farseer, who is made out of gold, money, cash, dollars. And to put this guy above swipe range, well, hang on. If I play the Shattered Sun Cleric and buff my Fire Elemental, he's above swipe range, but he just does the Starfire anyway, which is 5 damage, and he's gonna be able to. My opponent's gonna be able to play that next turn for 6 mana. Does he really want to play a swipe just to kill this and nothing else? I don't know if he'd want to do that. Granted, if I play the Cobra and he swipes, it will bring the Cobra down to 2 health, which would let the Worgen Infiltrator trade up. Yeah, you know what? I think that's worth it. I don't mind so much if he plays a Starfire just to kill my 1 creature. What I do mind is if he swipes, kills it, and uses his 1-drop to kill one of my 3-drops. I mind that quite a bit. Let's suppose nothing happens. Can I win next turn? 7, 10, 13, 13 plus 9, 21. Nope. 24. Nope. Haven't put enough creatures on the board or dealt enough damage to him for that to work. Swipe? Oh my god, look, he had the swipe. I am a freaking genius. See, now this guy's alive at 1 health. He's got to work for the kill. Well, motherfucking ballsacks. He had a Wrath as well. That sucks. But hey, at least I made the right play in the abstract. So now he gets to trade off. I've got a 3/2 on the board. Alright, that's fine. So I've got lots of cards. He's got 4 cards. I've got 5. Yeah, this looks really good. Let's do this. I'd like to play this and this, but that's 8 mana. So we're just going to do this. And this. Druids are not the greatest at dealing with these guys. Yeah, it's just not that great at it. He'd need like a couple of removal spells to really be able to do it. Well, that's a way to trade with it, but it's a bit delayed. Can I win now? Always look for the win, kids. 7, 10, 11. 11 plus 9, 20, 24. Nope. Okay, so no reason to Bloodlust yet, or is there? I mean, maybe I could just do it. It's just 9 damage. No, I want to put a creature on. I think having a creature on the board is pretty good. Let's think about this. I could put a creature and totem. Although, man, it's tempting. 4, 11, 11 plus 9, 20. He's down to 7 health. He's so constrained in what he can do at that point. Yeah, we're going to do this. In lieu of making a totem. Or sorry, in lieu of putting down a creature. So, Bloodlust. You don't always just want to use it as a kill spell. Sometimes it's just totally fine as a pressure spell or removal or some other thing. So this is actually phenomenally good luck. I probably had the game anyway, but it's phenomenally good luck because now his guy has to run into the totem. Even if that guy had been able to kill my guy, next turn I've got 4 damage plus 3 is 7 anyway. So like I was getting him down to 1 health. Like he was in big trouble. Moonfire! Oh my god, Moonfire. Alright. Well, I got to kill my guy. But I can play minions again. Ah, alright, well now... Yeah, I can't quite do it. Power of the Wild makes a tiger. Okie doke. Dark Iron Dwarf. Ooh, can I win? 5 plus 3 is 8. Yeah. And we have another 9-win Shaman Arena. Oh my god, I think all 3 of my Shaman Arenas have been 9 wins. Well, clearly the healing nerf was, you know, if not justified, at least it's not lethal to the class. 3 is a pretty good number of 9-win arenas. I think it's like, what, like 2% or 3% of the population that can get to 9 wins? So doing it 3 times in a row with the same class, even if I don't keep the streak going, is a pretty remarkable achievement. Ooh, another double packer. What is this? 225 gold? Alright, that's actually a lot of gold considering I got 2 packs. So, as always, if you like the arena, or if you like this video, please like and or subscribe the video, or subscribe to my channel. I'd appreciate that very much. If you can't get enough Papa Boris, it's now time for the ending bonuses. First, let's see what we get in our 2 packs. I actually had a lot of these, building up quite the collection here. This is a common, interesting. Oh my god, I'm pretty sure I have 2 of these. I double up a lot. I mean, maybe Mathematica is just how it goes. Like, once you open a certain number of packs, you just start doubling up like crazy, but I feel like I haven't gotten new cards in a while. Well, there's my Forked Lightning quota. Crazed Alchemist. Okay, thanks. Oh my gosh, I have no double ups. Okay, that was fantastic. I opened 2 packs with no double ups. I'm excited. Let's go ahead and see a sneak peek of our next arena. By the way, I should mention that these sneak peeks, it's not necessarily what the next video will be, because it might be a bad run that I don't record, or it might be something I just play for fun. But, Jesus Christ, I still don't want to play Warrior. Still don't really want to play Druid. And Paladin's a lot of fun, but I just don't get to 9 or even 8 wins with Paladin. Maybe, though, after the patch? Yeah, after the patch. Tomorrow's the patch, so I might just play a Warrior post-patch here. Alright, anyway, thank you so much for watching the video. As always, once again, click like and or subscribe if you enjoyed it, and we shall see you next time.